The me versus me war results in physical manifestations where our body fights our own body. It essentially is the breakup of the unity between various factions of us. This shows up in cells that are supposed to fight outside toxins, not knowing the difference between what's an alien and what's normal, and therefore attacking the body itself. There are so many conditions that are a result of this. Chronic allergies, hyperreactivity, histamine intolerance, which is where the body reacts to the effect of toxins on the body, which is like saying, let them attack us. I don't want conflict. I will attack those of us who attack those who are attacking us from outside. So you can imagine it's a lot of confusion. So I'm going to tell you 6 different herbs. One is not a herb, but 6 things that can help end this me versus me war. Herbs are just one way to end the war. But if you hear me out, you'll understand the 6 different ways in which this war can be fought. The 6 different principles that have to be upheld in the body and in the system, in our lives, to end this war of me versus me. Now, I am not talking from theory. I have actually had quite a bit of personal experience in this and have helped others as well. The first herb that I would like to mention is heather, Calluna vulgaris. Now, when my granddad was growing up, he would go and sit on these wild slopes that had heather growing on them. And he once noticed that as he was sitting, as can happen, his fingers started playing with something nearby. And it was a heather plant, a young one, and it twined around his finger. The next time he came, he found that plant still a little turned around that way. So once again, he started playing with it, and it twined around his finger. That plant grew up with that shape to some extent. Now, what was amazing was, my granddad went away from there and he returned 2 years later. And 2 years later, that is 2 seasons later, after the plant had died and a new one had come in its place, he found at the exact same spot a plant with the same pattern. That is the memory of heather for you. Heather holds us together through the change, through even destruction and rebirth, through the changes of life. And therefore, the first thing to do when you are fighting the me versus me war is to support the system in unity. Let not your heart be ignored by your mind. Let not the rest of your body forget what your hand has been through or your stomach is going through. To hold us together, heather is the one. The next herb I'd like to mention is the amazing truly, truly amazing. Campaign or inula. Now, when a body is not able to expand fully and contract fully, it develops a kind of cramps everywhere. It's like if you have an inflatable balloon and you put air in a little and then you take it out a little, then you put air in a little and you take it out a little. What happens is there are little wrinkles that develop on the balloon, or those exercise balls, those the ones you have in the gym too, and on which people sit on. It gets all cramped up. Now our bodies, and especially our lungs, are just like that, and they need to be filled with air fully, and then allowed to relax fully, and then filled with air fully, and relaxed fully. When that doesn't happen, because in the middle of breathing out, something happens and you're like, now that's a bit extreme, but it happens all the time when you have that me versus me war going on, because you start doing something and you're like, no, should I not? LA campaign unravels all the little knots that happen because of this process. Inula is also its name. Okay, that's it. The next one is golden seal. Now, golden seal is a flower that's stunning. It's like the lotus. It's stunning, it's beautiful. And the thing about it is, it grows on the floor of the forest where anything can trample on it anytime. It literally grows on the floor. Now, it doesn't give a damn. It believes it has to do what it has to do. And if the forest floor is where it is already, and if the forest floor is where it's going to get what it has to get, to do what it has to do and be what it has to be, then so be it. It is not bothered by anything. And having been around for millennia now, something's worked out for it. Golden seal, Hydrastis canadensis. It causes us to manifest ourselves from the core of us, our purpose. Our purpose. Now, if the different factions of us can come together in unity for what is our purpose, then the war is over. So golden seal does that. It's part of several cancer treatments. It's a very, very powerful herb, and you must always use it in small doses, because that's all you need. It's a herb. It's something that should not be overused also, because it is quite rare in its wild form, and it needs support in that way. The next one, Quis qualis indica. Now, also called the Rangoon creeper. Now, it's like this. You must have experienced at some time in your life a really lazy summer afternoon when it's too hot to even think. All you can do is just lie down in a sort of a stupor and just not move. Just stay still, just sleep, and just wait for the weather to cool down before you stir. Now imagine you're in this kind of lazy afternoon stupor. Then you smell something. Like Quis qualis, which means What is it? Where is it coming from? That is how beautiful the fragrance of Quisqualis indica is. And it wakes up the sleeping, lazy parts of you. And for all that waking up that it does, it's not like it causes you to be overstimulated. It actually works as a sort of sedative in the evenings. It is an evening and night flowering plant, but that is amazing. It cleans up the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is this, basically the spaces in our body where everything is dumped if it doesn't fit anywhere else. That's the lymphatic system, the spaces between the organs. And Quisqualis cleans that area up. Now, this me versus me war has a lot of debris to it. And that gets cleared out with Quisqualis indica. And it also really clears out all those, all the remnants of stress in the nervous system, because there are actually physical toxins. There are actually knotted up little nerve endings that need rest. Quisqualis indica does that. Right. The next one is mate. Mate is this herb that people in several parts of South America have as tea. Now, the amazing thing about mate is it maintains heart rhythm and therefore breathing rhythm and capability. Can I have some silence, please? He has to say what he has to say when he has to say it. It would be hypocritical of me to not allow it. Right. So mate is the South American herb. That's excellent because it helps the body deal with change in blood pressure, altitude, and that kind of thing. In this war, that is a powerful ally. You need mate. Ilex paraguayensis. Paraguayensis. That's its name. Ilex. Okay? Mate. The next one you need is diatomaceous earth. That is just powdered seashells. It is like putting mud on fire in the gut. The gut is the battlefield. That's where the whole fight is happening in the body every day, all the time. You have to stop it. Diatomaceous earth, which is just powdered seashells, I believe, algae in fresh water or something. It's just earth, right? And there is one more. Give me just a second. Blue flag, Iris versicolor. Now, blue flag it's like a plumbing line. A plumbing line is an instrument that checks if your wall, the wall that you're building, is exactly at a right angle to the earth so that you have straight walls, right? Now, blue flag checks every cell it comes in touch with to see if that cell's actual behavior and manifestation is according to its energy field. And if it isn't, it knows. And then the cell knows that it knows. And so the cell corrects itself. This means it corrects anything that doesn't suit us. Even if those patterns and if that behavior is inherited, it will still say, no, but that isn't how it's supposed to be. And it will help you. That's it. Look up the article for more.